Days of Wild West in the United States, late 18th century, beginning of 19th century. That time, gold digging was the biggest adventurous economic enterprise that was going on. Rockefeller family was one of those first ones that came up, started digging for gold. They used to dig and dig and dig. One day his friend went to him and asked, "What is that you are digging? So much of muck you are digging out." He said, "It's not the muck. Tons of muck does not matter to me. But those 2 ounces of gold, that is what that I am looking for." Okay. I'll briefly tell you why I started off with this. Then see this one. This is entirely from a different civilization, different culture. Looks of it, you can easily find out which culture is it. Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Oriental culture, far east, isn't it? Culture. There is a master, you may call him a Zen master, sitting with his disciples in front, who are imbibing a lot of knowledge from him, from what he is about to give. A new disciple, a new student joined him. Brilliant, done a lot of search for knowledge. He thinks he knows everything. But he had heard of the Zen master and his fame. He went to him and then told him, "Master, he said, "Master, I have mastered what all had to be mastered, all knowledge. Beyond this, if there is something that you want, have you got anything to give me? If that is there, I am here to take." The Zen master smiles very enigmatically, very philosophically, and then tells him, ask another disciple to get a cup of tea for the new arrival, the guest, the new student. And then said, "Okay, let me serve tea to you." The other disciple starts pouring tea into that. It's full to the brim, overflowing, but still he keeps on pouring. He said, "Don't stop, keep on pouring." The master orders. So when it was being poured again, overwhelmingly, it starts going waste. This new disciple, he gets confused. "Master, I don't understand this act of yours. Why are you asking him to pour and pour when it's going waste?" He says, "Your state of mind is this now. You think that your mind is totally full with ideas, with knowledge, with everything that has to be in it. So now what else can I give you? Once you have come to me with a closed mind, that I have known everything, what more can I give to you? I cannot give anything." Why I started out with these two stories is, today 4 or 5 of us, and tomorrow another couple of us are going to speak to you. Each of us have about 40-50 years of experience behind us, isn't it, on the job. From where you are, we are plus, I am close to 70 now. When I am close to 70, naturally I have 50 years of additional knowledge compared to you. When you are of my age, you will have that, isn't it? So, whenever you are listening to a lecture, whether in the classroom or outside with anybody, never commit the mistake that I have known everything and then there is very little, it's all repetition that's going on. Probably the speaker has some new nuance, a new point to contribute somewhere, or his method of presentation could be different. So that is what the first story tells us. Digging out, 99.9% is repetition. Only that 0.1%. Unless you keep on listening to every speaker with great intent, with lot of attention, you will not get that 1% enhancement that you have to get. If you keep thinking it is all repetition, you will not go up in knowledge. I hope you know, there are a few psychologists also in this group, even otherwise. You would be knowing that a child learns 90% of what he has to learn in the first 2 years of his life. By the age of 5, he has learned more than 95%. The rest of about 70, 80 years that he lives, he adds only 4 or 5%. Okay? So that's why attitude counts for everything when you attend sessions of this nature. See what is that additional 1 point, 2 points, what is that new thing that you have taken from here. So strive for that. The second one, never think that I'm too bright, I'm too intelligent, there is very little to learn. Learning can happen anywhere, any place. I play cricket, even at 69 I play. You know, I envy that boy, the wicketkeeper who stands behind, 14-year-old boy. You just step out, he's something like Dhoni. Within a fraction of a second, he would have stumped you. I'm also a wicketkeeper. I tell you, I'm not able to do. How are you able to do? 14-year-old boy who is in class 7, not coming from a very affluent background. So from him I am learning the art of wicket keeping. So there is nothing like I am the teacher, you are the taught. Whoever has any additional new skill, he is able to tell you something, that he becomes your teacher. Think of that great man, Winston Churchill. You know what he did? He was Prime Minister of Britain. Later, when he lost the election, he went back to his village. Of all the things he wanted to learn, something different he wanted to learn. You know what he learned? Bricklaying, how to make bricks. 11 years he did it. And he says that the mason in the village, he was his teacher. He used to call him and sit with him and hours learn the art of brickmaking. When you want to learn something, that's the only way. Dedication, passion, respect towards the teacher. With that only you will be able to do, and with an open mind. If you don't have an open mind, nothing goes in. Okay? Approach today's all sessions, tomorrow and beyond also, whatever you do, with that attitude. Right? Now let's come to the subject that has been assigned to me. Success. It's very, very difficult to define. Though I am asked to talk about meaning and definition of success, success is totally different in each one of our contexts, isn't it? What is success to you may not be a success to me. Success to you is what now you are doing your degree. You want to top the university, top the college, or come up with very good marks. Once you have done that, you have achieved success, isn't it? A boy who is going for a tournament to play a game, what is success for him? Winning that game is the success for him, isn't it? If you take a big philosopher, finding inner peace, meaning of life, staying away from all societal benchmarks and finding the joy and happiness, that is his, that is the meaning of success for him. So success has any number of meanings, any number of this. It depends on the subject, what I want, what gives me happiness, joy, and then recognition among others, and happiness to my family. It could be material, it could be spiritual, it could be a sense of achievement in a game, sport, whatever. Anything can be a success, isn't it? But then the danger of success is never final. Success is never final. When I was in the university, topping the university was my goal. That was the aim for success for me. I did it. I was very happy for some time. Then the effect wears off. Then started preparing for civil services. Got into the service. Then I thought that's the whole life is taken care of now. There is no problem. I have succeeded. But it did not end there. Later again. The success, you should keep on finding a target and then putting it before you and then keep on achieving it. Achieve success for some time, satiate yourself, and then again go on to another goal and keep on doing it. This is a lifelong process. You take it from me, it never ends. Never ends. At 69, I can tell you, it never ends. Because many of us commit this mistake. अगर एक मिल गया ना जिंदगी में और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. It does not go on that way. Life does not go on that way. In fact, that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of facing series of challenges also. Without a challenge, success will not be sweet. This is another thing. अब आप एग्जामिनेशन में you tell yourself I have to score 40% marks. You get 40%, but are you happy? Well, you think that you have set a very low target. If you are saying that okay, I require 80, 85, 90, difficult, but I'll work for it with discipline, dedication, hard work, and then I achieve it, that success is sweeter. But that also will last for some time. Then again you set another goal, keep on going. That's how you keep on upgrading, keep on achieving in life. Okay. Then without hard work, nothing comes. Please remember that at this stage. Then the other one, see, all these points are very disjointed, let me tell you, because success, word itself is having so many meanings, so many laterals. It does not go in a linear way. Step A, then step B. It's not a chemical equation that keeps leading one to the other. It does not go that way. I'll only put forward some ideas connected with success in a very, very amorphous, very, very lateral 360-degree way. Even then I'll be able to give you only a few ideas. 40-45 minutes after I speak and stop. When you start interacting, you will start adding lot of meaning to success, lot of ideas based on your own experiences and what you have seen. So let me ask you now at this stage, why you wait for 45 minutes? Let me ask you straight away now. What do you think, in your view, success is?
Sir, according to me, becoming successful means like working towards our professional goals, our personal goals, like working towards excellence, academic excellence, and keeping ourselves fit, and working for our health, and improving ourselves daily to learn new tasks and new things that will add something, enhance something in our life.
Okay.
And then only we can be successful. Like when we are happy from inside, when we are achieving something, it will give us sense of achievement, and then we can feel that we are successful.
Yeah, good.
If our
good,
parents are proud of us.
Yeah. See, parents are proud again. Okay. What about you? Anybody else? Feel free and keep talking. Anybody who wants to add any other dimensions?
It's not about
To what
winning
has
or
happened.
marks. It's about bringing the best version of yourself.
Absolutely. Okay. Then, best version of yourself. Nice expression. Yeah.
It is a one of the day by day improve ourselves.
Exactly. Incremental growth, isn't it? It's not something like a quantum jump. A quantum jump. Yesterday I was here, today I am there. It's not like a switch and light. All darkness, once you switch it on, and then it's 100% light. It does not happen that way. Success also is incremental. In graded way, you keep on doing it. Okay. Best version of yourself, and then you said a lot of things. Okay. Any more additions?
Success is varies from person to person and situation to situation.
Exactly. Exactly. It's situational. It's all totally subjective, isn't it? What is success to me may not be a success to you. This morning I went and played cricket. I thought 3 sixes I have to hit today. That was the meaning of success to me. Somebody who does not follow cricket, and is he mad? At 69, what is the definition of success he has? I'm very happy because do to maar kya hai. So naturally I felt very happy. I could do it at 69 and able to swing 2 kilo bat 40-50 times in the air. That itself is gave me joy, gave me happiness, and I felt successful this morning. At this age, after doing all that I did in life, that is the meaning of success to me now, isn't it? So it's highly subjective, and then this echoed something in my mind. Last time when I went, I hit only 1 6. Today I should hit 3. Because I want to upgrade my own skills. I want to achieve more than what I have done earlier. You know, I'll come to you later. I have 2-3 nice slides on that. One nice slide on that. 2-3 sports persons. I pick up quite a few examples from sports. One is, I like sports, but I very firmly believe whether somebody is a sports person or not, Sports has a lot to teach about the essential life skills, much more than what you learn in classrooms. Success, failure, how to absorb failure and then go towards success, work for it, how not to get totally disturbed when we are not able to achieve something, and again learn, practice more, and then get back. All these skills more learned in playground than in classrooms. That has been my conviction, that has been my experience also with many. Okay, these are some of the ideas that we have around success, about what we thought about. You see, some of the examples, as I said, I am giving you only some examples here and there. During the course of discussion, we'll follow them up. Keep remembering what we are doing. You see, how success is achieved. How success is achieved. This one example I have picked up from Google. Success is incremental. Success is planned. Success is due to hard work. Success is due to discipline. Success is due to teamwork and putting all your mental abilities to work. Then only you will achieve anything worthwhile in life, and that is what success is, because that gives you joy, happiness, and anything that goes with it, a comfortable, good life, money-wise, and then many other aspects that go with that. This example why I have taken, how setting higher and higher goals and achieving them, even when you are failing sometimes, when you ultimately achieve it, how it gives success. And this is a good example of that. You see, Sundar Pichai, all of us know, he is an Indian who is leading Google now. He had a brief Hyderabadi connection also. Unlike Satya Nadella, the Microsoft chief, who was totally a Hyderabadi. He studied here in the schools, in Hyderabad public school, went on to become chief of CEO of Microsoft. So Sundar Pichai, he was assigned a task sometime in early 2000s that come up with something, a good search engine, which the whole world should be hooked on to. Anything that you want to ask. Now these days you say Google University, Google se pucho. Everything will be Google, isn't it? Everything we are Googling. This was not such commonplace if you go into early 2000s. All of you must have been small infants at the time. There was nothing like that. We had to ask somebody, we had to look for books, we had to look in newspapers, go to libraries. That was our way of life at that time, to attain knowledge. Not like if I am speaking now, you will be texting and saying what he is speaking is truth or not. You can tell me and face that, no sir, what you are telling is to this extent it is right and it is not right. You can tell right now, isn't it, if you have a smartphone on hand. But then days were not like that at that time. When he was given the task, okay, start the process, but then what will you do? The company asked him, this much resources we are giving you, brilliant minds, a team we are giving you, this much of money and this much of electronics, all this we are giving you. Can you get at least 20 million users by the year end? By getting proper algorithms, proper systems development, etc. Can you get at least 20 million? He said, I'll try. He started off with all earnest efforts. What the company could achieve that year was 10 million, which is 50% of what was assigned to him. But then what happened? Anybody would have thought, okay, 10 million, 50% as an initial effort, innovative effort, it's good. Sundar Pichai sat with his team, and then again they started examining. Where did we go wrong? Why did you not achieve those remaining 50%? And then they thought that by devising better methods, better machines, user-friendly systems, methods, they will be able to not just get to 20, they will be able to get to 50 by next year. Having failed in achieving the initial target, instead of downsizing the target next year, they upscaled it by two and a half times. They went up to 50 million. That was the target. Ultimately, they achieved 37 million users that year. Again they sat down, started telling. We thought our systems are very robust, and we had a very good experienced team with us now. 2 years of experience accumulated. 2 years is a big time experience in the field of electronics, isn't it? So fast the field is moving. So again they sat down and they started doing. This time we'll target at 100 million. We'll improve our systems, we'll do a lot of marketing, advertising. Along with that, we'll improve our systems also and go on to 100 million. That year what they achieved was 110, shown as 100, the green one. Green was the icing on the cake, extra that they got. 110 millions they got. God knows now what is the number. This was a little old example. I'm talking of early 2000s. Now probably 1/3, 1/4 of the world is totally hooked onto that. It should be running into billions now, isn't it? So this is, and they celebrated this as a big success when they achieved 100 million in the company. Everybody was joyful. Company started thinking that it's been highly successful. They were highly successful. That's what they thought. But then they did not stop there. They kept on doing newer and newer things. Now into AI. Have you heard that they are going to invest about $15 billion worth effort in Vizag, in our neighboring state? They are going to do that now. So Sundar Pichai is anchoring that and then doing for AI, the second most important, the biggest center for research. Other companies also are doing it. NVIDIA, Microsoft, everybody is doing it. Chinese companies have been doing. But then Google is going to invest $15 billion and start the second most important center in the world in Vizag on AI. Why I am giving this example is there is no end to success. If you succeed, you benchmark yourself, put a higher target, and then go on doing it. It could take different ways. Like say, like GMR is here. I know GMR very well because I was also Commissioner of Police Visakhapatnam. All that they had at that time was a few engineering colleges, few jute mills. I'm talking of 1995, 96, around that time. But 2-3 times he had come and taken me for his engineering college annual day functions also, and I was Commissioner of Police there. So, but then from there, where has he come to now? They are worth about 60,000 crores personal wealth. I'm not talking of what has gone on listing, IPOs, etc. Out of that, what did he do? 20,000 crores he has taken away and given away in charity now. Charity. Now, if you ask him, what is the meaning of success for you? He says giving back to society and then developing the youth in lot of training programs, skill development, as well as giving it to a charity. That is the meaning of success to me at this stage. What was it 25-30 years back? To build big companies, big airports, big thermal plants. This was the meaning of success to him at that stage. Like this, as you move along in life, your goals keep shifting. Goals keep shifting, goal keeps varying. At this stage of life when you are students, getting good degree and then getting into good profession, that is your. Without that you could not be getting into higher and higher ones. These are all steps. Without mounting that step, you cannot go into the higher step, isn't it? Rungs in a ladder. You can't skip the rungs and then try to go from rung 1 to rung 10. You have to go into 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, isn't it? So remember that whatever you are doing now, if you do sincerely and keep achieving success in that, definitely you will reach where you are. I was reading an interesting thing. There is an author called Malcolm Gladwell. I don't know whether if you've. He has written some beautiful books like Blinking, Second Outliers. Outliers is another book. He says outliers means those who have achieved something different compared to others. He comes up with a 10,000 hour rule. 10,000 hour rule. He says 10,000 hours in your life, if you want to dedicate on anything, with average intelligence, you can become one of the best in the world in that. You may think that I'm not a musician, but if I keep on practicing, I can become that. I don't know anything about science, but then I can become that if I practice it for 10,000 hours. He has quoted umpteen examples, the world famous examples, and then said through practice how you can achieve success. There is no substitute to that, he says. How many of you are totally conversant with Telugu and basic Telugu literature? Just raise your hands, let me see. Very few. क्या तेलुगु से इतनी दुश्मनी क्या है भाई? So I am a Telugu medium student. In graduation also I did in Telugu medium only. See, there was a small poem when I was in class 3-4. Some of you would relate to this. అనగ అనగ రాగమతిశైలుచునుండు తినగ తినగ వెంపు తీయనుండు సాధనమున సమకూరు పనులు ధరలోన విశ్వదాభిరామ వెనుకవి. से फर्स्ट लाइन है अनगा अनगा मीन्स जब मैं जितना रियाज करता रहता हूँ वैसा मेरे सुर आती जाती है. आई हैव सीन सम ऑफिसर्स इन माय सर्विस ओनली who I have never seen them singing, but now after retirement they are giving kacheris, they are going and giving concerts. So I tell them how. नहीं सर बैठ के प्रैक्टिस करा एक राजीव त्रिवेदी बोल के retired as principal Home Secretary. He was my SP when I was IG Guntur. I asked him the other day, I was in a mahfil, he was singing so beautifully all ghazals. I said, how did you get this? I never saw this thing in you. 5-6 साल से यही कर रहा हूँ, सब करते गाते यहाँ तक पहुँच गया. So which means practice, isn't it? So that first line was that anagana. Tinaga tinaga vemutinu. Even neem, if you keep on consuming every day on a daily basis, after some time you say, oh, neem is so sweet. Sadhanamana samakuru pannu dharulona. In the sense, in this world, you achieve anything only through practice, nothing else. Mathematics, if you have seen, I don't know what they used to call the exercise. What does exercise mean? Exercising means practicing. Exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise. This is the title given, which means what? Practice, practice, practice. That is all that you do. So there is no substitute to that. Now I am going to go into some points, related, unrelated. Don't try to relate one slide into the other. Just take it as an independent point, each of them. Later we will try to see whether we can put them together.